Can I consider myself young?
Yes.
Okay.
Very good.
Like David, me, and you are of an age where people look at us, you know, as useless. I mean, like, we might have our past, you know, victories, but when we are facing, you know, challenges right now, and we remember our past victories with the Lord, people will say, you can't do this. What you have done in the past is, you know, you really can't do it. So the same as David, people around David, you know, look at him like that. Have you experienced it? Or maybe not people around you. You yourself, you know, try to bring down yourself, and you will say, man, I really can't do this. This is too much for me. Maybe, Lord, I have done that in the past. I have won, you know, I was able to stand up with that temptation. I was able to say no, but this guy, oh man, I just can't say no. Or maybe you're in a situation where you are like, God, just for this time, can I fail? Because it's really hard. When we try to focus our attention to ourselves, that's when we fail. If we try to summarize it, David's faith was focused on, although David, you know, tried to brag about, you know, like, I have killed the lion, I have killed the bears who tried to, you know, like, kill my lamb, my sheep. But his faith was focused on God. He always say, who's this man who are mocking the armies of the living God? Hey, you uncircumcised giant. You know, I'm gonna kill you. The Lord, he did not say, lion is more worse than you are. I have killed lion. But what he said? The Lord will gonna deliver you, and I'm gonna kill you. The Lord will not kill our enemies for us, but he will deliver the enemies and give us strength to kill them. There are areas in our lives where we are challenged to do that. And without faith, this is another thing that I have realized. When we come to the Lord and we try to, last week I've been in a battle, and I was like, God, I am thinking of myself, I'm thinking of what I felt, I'm thinking of like, and I can't stop it. I feel tired. You know, I came home and then I slept. And then wake up like 2 in the morning. I'm a queen of, you know, sleeping habit is what thrills me a lot. If Nathaniel, you know, love to sleep, I love to sleep. But during those weeks, I was like, I sleep like 11, wake up like 2, and then I can't sleep anymore because I'm thinking and thinking and thinking. And then I was like, God, I need to change the way I think. There's something wrong in me. I've been praying. I've been reading your word. I'm doing quiet time. But why is these things? Why can't I get rid of worriness? Why I'm still worrying right now? What happened to me? And then I realized when I started to like meditate that the only thing we can come to God is when we come to Him acknowledging who He is and not focusing on what we felt. It is by grace through faith. Faith, as what my pastor in Philippines says, it's a full assurance in the heart. Who among you here worried that when you go home, you might have nothing to eat? You worried? You worried? Like, oh man, what will I eat tomorrow?
I just don't want it.
Do you worry? No, do you worry? Do you worry?
There's always some kind of meal.
Yeah, like you worried, what are you going to eat tonight? And tomorrow, you are so worried, what are you going to eat tomorrow? Who among you here worried? Nobody? Why? Because you know for sure that when you go home, your parents have already set food for you. Right? Or you can just open the pantry, grab what you want to eat, cook what you want to eat. Why? That's just an example of faith. You have a full assurance in your heart, full assurance in the heart that whatever you need, it's just right there. And when it regards with God, we have to exercise it. We have to work it out. We have to convince ourselves. And we have to feed our soul every day by His Word so that our faith will increase. So 40 days, people from the Philistine are mocking the armies of Israel. Where's your God? 40 days of Goliath being there. Who will fight against me? You small people. Somebody wants to fight against me? For 40 days, they've been what? They've been crushed. Their spirit was crushed. Their confidence was destroyed. Their confidence in them and their armies was destroyed because of those Philistines who keep telling them that they are nothing but grasshopper. So small people. Okay, where it's every day of telling them, who can fight against me? If you, one of the armies, win the fight, then me and the Philistine army will serve you. But we win, you all are going to be our servant. For 40 days, the Philistine did that. And it's just one day when David visited and heard those, fearful Israelites saying that, oh man, they're really afraid of Goliath. It's only one day that David heard it and realized, so, who's that talking over there, that big giant? Why is he doing that? And his brother Eliab tried to stop him. But he never allowed that to, discourage him. He kept asking, why? What happened? Why is it this guy's talking? Why are you allowing this guy to talk to you? You're an army of the living God. I mean, we serve a living God. Why are you allowing this? So what's my benefit if I'm going to kill this guy? He had a confidence, right? He know for sure that when he do it, it's not really actually him doing it. It's actually the God of the armies whom he's trying to defend. Do you get it? Because he's trying to preserve the name of the Lord of those soldiers who are living in fear for 40 days. They were living in discouragement. They were living in so down. Their spirit are crushed. Their heart are broken. They feel like they're nothing. For 40 days, they were living like that. And David saw not what they felt. David saw the God who preserved them. And maybe David, in his heart, he realized, no one wants to stand up for your God? Okay, you armies of Israel, you don't want to stand out and fight this Philistine, I mean? Now I'm going to stand. And for the sake of your God, I'm going to fight this Goliath. So that the world will know that even what you felt right now, the God of the whole universe is the one who called you in this service of being a soldier. And I never had that fear. So that's so wonderful to realize that a 16-year-old, maybe 16-year-old, fight against a 9-foot giant. And Goliath is not just a giant, but he's been trained. He's been trained. One of the application that I want to, share to you, we may face, there are Goliaths in our lives, right? And one Goliath in our lives that we cannot, we cannot really conquer if we do it in our own selves. And even if we're doing it with prayer, unless we're going to do it heartily and with practice and everything, that's Satan. Satan, how old are you?
18.
19. Satan he's been here before the world begun. Do you realize that? Every day, he trained himself on how to kill you, to destroy you, to steal whatever it's in you. Every day, until now, he is really studying and studying and studying you and what makes you weak. And in just one, you think you can fight him? No, it's only by God. So you need to experience who God is in your lives. So that when you stand against the Goliath in your life, you will be able to say, by the power of the Lord I trusted. Who's that God? The God who saved me from the lion. The God who gave me strength to kill all those bears. The God who sustained me until this very moment. You can say that because you have an experience of who God is. So that's so wonderful to imagine a shepherd boy with no armor, no shield, no sword, no javelin, but only 5 smooth stones and facing the Goliath. Can you imagine that? I'm going to kill you with this. And then you try to hit it. Boom. Dead. It's awesome. It's awesome.